This is how to be more self-confident. I was the quiet child. I was the child who didn't want to get on stage, who didn't want to be in front of a crowd, who didn't want to even be on camera. 10 years ago, I wouldn't even have thought that I would be creating videos, let alone you seeing this video right now. But I was able to develop self-confidence to be able to do this. And I'm going to show you and give you tips to help you feel more confident. When you're being hard on yourself, pressuring yourself, being overwhelmed, or frightened to take that first step because you're taking such a huge step, start taking little steps to help you get to that place that you want to be. Instead of just one step, maybe it's 5 steps, maybe it's 10 steps. For example, with a video, maybe it's setting up the camera, maybe it's just getting ready, maybe it's just working on what you want to do a video on. It's doing some research about what topics you want to do it on. Maybe it's about doing an outline of how you want the video to go, or maybe it's about practicing how you want to be on camera. Maybe it's not even doing the video first, but doing all of these little things before you even consider doing a video. Maybe it's meeting some new people. What can you do to feel more confident about meeting those new people? What steps can you take? Maybe it's about looking at the restaurant you're going to, looking at the menu, talking to the people before you see them. Maybe it's looking at what you want to wear. Maybe it's taking one step outside the door, and each step you take until you get there, or each moment you're in the car getting there, you're taking a small little step. I didn't take huge steps, even when people wanted me to take huge steps. I was taking small little steps to get me where I am today, to create the foundation that I needed to feel more self-confident. This is where I really had to work on my belief systems and shifting my limiting beliefs around things that were making me fearful, making me insecure, that were affecting my self-confidence. A few of these were things like feeling afraid to be seen, feeling safer to be invisible, not wanting to be the center of attention. All of these things I had to work on. One of the main things when it came to me moving forward and feeling confident moving forward, actually the two things were, one, the fear of failing God or whatever you believe in, and two, changing the belief about failure and what failure means. Failure is really feedback. It's trying to show you what isn't working in order to show you what works. Say maybe this isn't the direction you're supposed to be going in. Maybe you're supposed to be going in a different direction. Or maybe this is a protection from something and you're supposed to go into this direction. It's kind of showing you the right path to go on to. These things, these belief systems, these limiting belief systems that you have can really affect, especially when it comes to failure, can really affect your self-confidence. And when you shift these things and you realize that you're not failing, that you're only receiving feedback, that each time you consider you're failing, that it's actually a step forward. The more you fail, the more you're going to find that you're going to succeed in the end. A lot of people who have succeeded have actually built up after failure, after failure, after failure, because they finally found out what works. Working on these belief systems can make you feel a lot more self-confident. Practicing, whether you realize it or not, is so powerful. It is so powerful. You have no idea how powerful practice can be. I didn't even realize it as much until I started practicing when it came to me practicing as a theater healer, whether it's me practicing my videos. The more you practice, the more confidence you feel. And like I said, start with small steps. I was practicing a couple of videos before I even put out videos. The more you practice, the better you get. And that makes you feel better. And that makes you feel more confident because you're practicing, you're getting better, and your confidence builds. But you need to start in order for that to happen. And the second point was preparation. And preparation can really help with the practice as well. Say you have a speech, preparing what you want to say, whether you have a video, preparing what you want to say, practicing what you're going to say, imagining how that speech or how that video or how that situation is going to go in your head and how you want it to go, the best outcome you could have ever imagined. Imagine that happening for you as much as you can. It's just like the practice. Practice as much as you can. Prepare like this as well as much as you can by imagining it, by having everything set up for what you need. Like working on doing affirmations to help love yourself more, doing things to help love yourself more, finding your joy, finding things that you love about yourself, writing down your accomplishments, lifting your spirits. All of these things can be self-loving. And if you want more about how to love yourself, there is 2 videos linked below to help you do this. It's really important to work with your inner critic because your inner critic is there to protect you. It's just misguided after all of the years of your programming, of your belief systems, and self-compassion can really help you with this as well. Saying self-compassionate things to yourself, writing a self-compassionate letter, doing self-compassionate tasks, asking yourself how you can be more compassionate to yourself. When you're hard on yourself, when you put pressure on yourself, what kind of things and compassionate things can you say when those things come up? And there's more in the videos below to help you with this. One other thing I do want to mention is that we are both students and teachers. This is one big thing, even when it comes to your belief systems and your limiting belief systems, that you can work on as well. But we are both a student and a teacher. This is one thing I had to wrap my head around and really drill in because it's so important. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do things perfectly the first time round. It's okay to make mistakes. You can be a student and a teacher at the same time. Believe that you can improve. Now that's it for now. If this was helpful, please give this video a like and share this with anyone who you think might get use out of it. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, you are not alone. I love you lots. Mwah.